Good morning. Good morning, it's Leanne Peters here. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I am here to pull some cards to share some guidance for this week ahead. So I'll talk more about that in a minute. Before I do, I want to send out an extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons for April. Thank you so much for your support. To my Pillar of Light family and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. Bridget, good morning. So, if you're new to watching, welcome. What I'm going to be doing is using my combined Speed of Light Oracle cards with my Animal Kingdom Oracle cards. There are 110 cards in this deck combined, and I'm going to use this deck to find the best cards for this week ahead. I'm laying the cards out intuitively, so I'll just share as I'm going, sort of thing. It's a bit hard to explain, but I've got a little chair here, so I'll just lay some cards out for the week ahead. I've been doing this for quite a while now, so I trust you're well, you're having a good weekend, and that things are flowing well. So just remember that this is a guide only. I'm not doing readings for individuals. This is general guidance for everyone. So I trust you've been led here for a reason, and I trust that something shared supports you at this time, but also for times during this week ahead as well. So a little recap of last week. Last week our theme was card 44, the Rainbow Serpent, which reminded us to take it to the next level. So I don't know if you watched last week, but do you remember I asked you, what is your it that you need to take to the next level? What about your life? What about yourself? Have you been inspired to lift up, to increase the ante or lift the ante on something? Actually, it's funny, my week was really productive, super productive. And as I'm sitting here saying about lifting the ante, I was sculpting this pumpkin, this pumpkin, it turned into a bowl with a sort of lower half of the pumpkin shape. And I thought, okay, this looks really cool, but how can I elevate this? How can I make it like amazing? So I was thinking of all little bits and pieces, and I'm like, oh yeah, that could be nice, but it's not really elevating it. And then it just hit me about the dragons. So I just wanted to sculpt 2 dragons on either side of this bowl to really elevate the bowl. So it's interesting that as I talk about that serpent energy from last week, the theme, that I can relate it to actually what I've been creating this week. So how can you relate it in your life for last week? But our focus now is on this week. And welcome. Let's do some hellos while I'm shuffling. We've got Bridget. Hi Bridget. Hi Jamie. Hi Marguerite. Hi Tina from New York. Tamara's here. Hello. Hi Dina and Christy. Adria. Hello from Bermuda. Hi Kathy and Joanne and Bettina. Welcome. Hello Melody and Sharon, and Carly's here. Hello Mary, thank you. Hi Chantel and Carolyn, Angela, Tori and Betty. Welcome everybody, and welcome to those of you who are watching who haven't commented. It's a bit annoying, isn't it, Facebook, how when you comment on things it shows up in your news feed to all your family and friends. So I understand why some of you don't want to comment, because it is a little frustrating. But welcome to you all, whether you're sitting there quietly or whether you're actively commenting. Welcome. So I'm shuffling the cards, and I'm holding the intention that I want to find the best cards for the majority of us for this week ahead. That's this week starting Monday the 5th of April through to Sunday the 11th of April 2021. So the best cards that the majority of us need are these, and we're going to put them down in 2 rows like a number 11 for those of you who are interested in how I lay the cards out. So we're going to have 4 down one side, which are 3 Speed of Light and 1 Animal Kingdom, and then 4 down the other side, which again are actually 3 Speed of Light and 1 Animal Kingdom. So we've got 8 cards out. Let's turn them over. Actually, I want to turn over this first row first and not even look at the second row yet. So we'll turn over this first for the first half of this week. And this is exciting. Okay, so we're starting the week off with this twin flame card. It's card 39. It says union, love, togetherness, equal and effort. So as we start the week, especially around Monday, there is very favourable energy for relationships of any kind and seeing eye to eye. So being on the same page as somebody else. It could be our closest relationships. It might be a little bit more distant relationships, but these are connections that we have with people. There is also a great feeling here of enhancing or rekindling love in our closest relationships too. The interesting thing about this card is that it also requires effort. So there is effort that's required on Monday for us to push through things, to push through our barriers. It may be effort required in love, effort required in relationships of any type, or it could be effort that we need to sort of put into our life, especially if we feel like we're dragging our feet, or if we feel like, you know, things are a bit heavy for us on Monday. We might have to keep putting the effort in so that we can keep going. But there is a great sense of unity, and it is a very favourable time for embracing, enhancing, rekindling and tapping into that beautiful energy that we have with other people that we share our life with, or that are important people in our life. So that's Monday. Then we move down into Tuesday, and in fact we're going to go Tuesday and Wednesday, and I'm going to pull 2 cards up here. So we've got card 28, Delegate, and card 37, Spirit Bird. And I feel like both of these are in play for Tuesday and Wednesday, around the 6th and the 7th of April. So let's talk about Delegate first. It says, ask, plan, organise, and assistance. So Tuesday and Wednesday, we might find it really important that we look at the pressure that we are feeling that we're under. So this might be pressure that we're putting onto ourselves, or pressure that is being put onto us by other people or our workplace, or things that we have to do, bills that we're trying to manage, these sort of external pressures as well. So Tuesday and Wednesday feels to be favourable to acknowledge those pressures, like notice them, so we can do something about them. So we may need to ask for help. We may need to get organised, create a bit of a plan, ask for assistance. We may need to delegate chores to other people who haven't been pulling their weight lately. So whatever it is that we need to consider taking action on, or consider putting a plan into place to take that pressure off ourselves, is what this card's about. It actually hasn't come up for a while, this particular card. And then we have the Spirit Bird for also Tuesday and Wednesday, the 6th and 7th of April. And this is card 37. And it says heart, song, joy, excitement, and motivation. So this brings like a whistle while we work, a skip to our step. There is a sense of motivation, of being sort of feeling joy, feeling good over Tuesday and Wednesday. So we might find this energy helps lift us up to out of our pressures that we feel that we're under. A lot of the time I've noticed when I'm feeling pressured and I think that all these things are bombarding me and coming at me and there's just too much to do and there's overwhelm kicking in, often it's my own pressure I'm putting on myself. So often there is a need, I've noticed when I'm in this space, is actually to step back. So step back and maybe look at what is joyful, what do we have to appreciate, so that we can lift ourselves up, take that pressure off, lift our spirits if you like, so we can get organised around the things that we are feeling pressured by, or the things that we are responsible for. The people perhaps too that we're caring for, or that we're responsible for too. So it's almost like a two different energies that can come in and maybe feel a bit sort of separate, a bit like a duality that's playing out, but it can also come in and work together. So there is a feeling that this higher sort of fun, motivational energy can actually feed off. We can feed off this to help us get organised with the things that we feel pressured by. So if we don't notice this motivation, if we don't notice this joy, this the things to be grateful for about what's happening for us, especially Tuesday and Wednesday, that we might feel quite burdened and overwhelmed Tuesday and Wednesday too. So I feel what's coming in with this card is it's almost like the sun that wants to come out on a rainy day. But if we're not noticing that the sun's coming out, then it's going to keep feeling rainy. So let's notice the lifelines that we can grab onto over Tuesday and Wednesday to help take that burden off us. I trust that makes some sense. And then we move into Thursday, the 8th of April. What's happening on Thursday? It feels on the 8th. But anyway, we have the Fire Dragon, card 23 for Thursday. It says it's a powerful time of change. And I was going to say it's a powerful time to make changes. So this fiery element of the dragon energy is coming through, and the dragons are very strong at the moment, as I talked about yesterday in the 4/4 healing event as well. So the dragons to me at the moment really represent strength and a really balanced masculine energy. So strength, focus, productivity, determination, willpower, all that sort of stuff. So that strength is coming through around Thursday as well, if it probably will remain too for most of between now and then. But this fiery element, this brings a fire of motivation, a fire of passion, a fire that potentially brings about change. So Thursday feels to be a very favourable time to make changes and to adjust to the changes that maybe have been happening lately, or the changes that we know that we need to make. So it feels a powerful time, almost an initiation feeling too for Thursday on the 8th of April. There's something very strong about that date for some reason. So yeah, the 8 is coming in really strong, because I suppose it's connected with the 4, the 2, 4 and 4 make 8, but yeah, I don't know, there's something about the 8th that feels powerful. So this powerful energy of the dragon is coming through for Thursday. Okay, as far as the rest of the week, I haven't turned the cards over yet. So if you just joined in, we've got 2 rows, and I want to turn over the other cards. I feel a little resistant to turn these cards over. So I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a not so good thing yet. Usually resistance is a bit of a fear or a bit of a hesitation in stepping into something. And usually it's something that's potentially good for us. So let's just go for it and turn these over. So we do have new beginnings. Okay, so we've got Friday. So this feels like early Friday, the 9th of April. It feels like we walk through some type of initiation potentially on the 8th, on Thursday, with the Fire Dragon. It feels like an 11, so 2 pillars on fire, and we're walking through that doorway, that gateway, that portal somehow on Thursday. So there is potential for us to really make some progress, some really serious changes, and a really serious initiation forward or activation forward for ourselves personally. So it might be a decision that we've been thinking about for a while that we finally decide upon because we can sort of feel it in our body. So we make that decision and we sort of step through this gateway, this portal on the 8th of April. So when we get to the 9th, so this is Friday, we have the integration card, which is card 19. So this feels like it's early on Friday. So the first half of the day is what I'm feeling. And it says down here, settling, grounding, nature, and calm. So there is this sort of calm period, it feels like, where that energy that we've been activating, the energy with the changes that we've been making throughout the week, sort of find their place, they settle down into our body. So we might find that we feel a bit flat or a little bit lethargic, or we don't really feel like perhaps being very productive early Friday. And that to me feels like we're anchoring that energy in the changes that we've been applying in the day or the days previous. So don't be surprised if you get pulled out into nature, or you just feel that your body wants to rest, your body wants to calm, be quiet, and be still if that's possible for you. So the energy's integrating, it's finding its place down in our body. And then later on Friday, so Friday the 9th, and I feel like I'm talking about the second half of Friday, so from about midday to midnight on Friday, we have the risk-taking card, card 27. And this says journey, unknown, beginnings, and confidence. So this is about taking a risk now and following our heart. It's about going on a new adventure, maybe an adventure we've been thinking about for a while, maybe an adventure we've been thinking about for a long while, maybe an adventure we've just recently sort of felt inspired by. But there is something moving here later on Friday, like stepping stones that are being placed, things that are falling into place as we get ready to, it's almost like walk through. So we've stepped through the initiation gate, roughly, or approximately. Oh, no, what am I trying to say? Not roughly or approximately, honestly. No, I'm not really sure what the right word is, but it feels like a motivation to step through into this new gateway sort of energy, to apply changes around Thursday, and then that energy settles. But then later on Friday, it's like a motivation and action to take the steps to apply what we've been planning or what we've been thinking about or what we've been sort of committing, a personal commitment of walking into, if you like. So this is about taking a risk, it's about following our heart, it's about new adventures, new beginnings that are coming through later on Friday. That's the 9th of April. So we are ready, but it's almost like with the Fool in the tarot cards, and you know, we might think we're qualified or what have you. So it's a bit like you know, going on a brand new adventure without the experience or the wisdom to back it up yet. So it feels exciting, but also a little scary or a little daunting. So it's a bit like leaving school and going to your first job, that sort of thing. Okay, then Saturday, the 10th of April, we have Light Codes, card 41, and it says incoming information, memories, and language. So this is new energy that's coming in, and it feels like it's flooding in from the universe above, flooding in from our spiritual team, our loved ones in spirit as well. Also our higher self that is bringing all this new energy down into our body from above. It's coming straight into the crown. It may hit us like a ton of bricks, or it may feel as light as a feather. But there is new energy coming in now. So it's almost like as we make a commitment midweek, especially around the 8th of April, as we make a commitment, as we decide this is what we need to do, this is what we want to do, and this is what we're going to do, it's like it opens up a floodgate on Saturday of new energy of these light codes that come into us. We might feel, some of us, really inspired to write, because there's a lot of sort of writing down energy with this particular card. So you might find that it's a great day to write down your plans, write down your thoughts, write down the pros and cons of things, write down what steps you need to do next. It almost feels like we're preparing to make a big change in our life this week. And then Sunday, the 11th of April, we have the Black Panther, card 30. And it says to find acceptance. Find acceptance. So this is probably where the reality of the changes that we've been wanting or that we've been stepping into this week, these changes kind of hit us. It feels like on Sunday, where we're really faced with the reality of this new adventure or this new beginning or this change that we know that we need to do. So there is a bit of a reality hit which may be a little bit sort of like take the wind out from us, perhaps. And we might be encouraged, or we might find it helpful on Sunday to find a way to accept and also trust in the unfolding of the weeks and months to come. So we've been preparing for this, and I think I talked about that last week, that it felt like we were preparing for something, but that what that something wasn't showing up last week. And I remember saying something like it will probably show up in the next couple of weeks. And I sort of feel it starting to emerge and starting to brew, starting to take form this coming week, especially from the 8th of April. There is something that feels quite significant and powerful about that particular day. So it feels like these new beginnings are really starting to sort of take effect, if you like. But this is not, it almost feels like it's planned somehow, like, you know, like sometimes changes happen to us and we've just got to sort of adapt and move with it. But I feel like these feel planned somehow. They feel like dreams being fulfilled or goals that we've been sort of sitting or having sat inside us for a while, that it's like the doors preparing to open for these this week. So on Sunday, we're very much encouraged to find acceptance, to accept what's going on, to accept what we've decided or what other people have decided. Because there might be people we're quite close to who might be in this energy. And no matter, if someone's making a change around us, it affects us all. So I might make a change, a big change, and that will affect my husband. It will probably affect my children. If I want to move or if I want to do some big change, it has a ripple effect out. So this may be us directly, but it also may be something that's happening directly to someone very close to us that's rippling into our life. Maybe people around us are wanting to make a big change that we need to find a way to accept and adapt to and work out, okay, what needs to now shift for us. So it's almost like other people's changes ripples out into other people's lives who they're close to, and then we have the option of adapting with it, changing with it too, in whatever way we need to, or we can resist it and push against it. So that's where that acceptance energy too is coming in for Sunday. Can we accept the changes that either we've applied or that someone close to us is applying that affects us? So interesting, very interesting and very powerful and very personal. It feels energy that's coming through for this week. So I trust it makes sense. You won't really know until you move into your week. So please come back and connect with the recording throughout the week as you need to. It will be pinned to the top of my Facebook page, Temple of Balance, and it will also be on my website, templeofbalance.com.au, under the video tab, and also on my YouTube channel, Temple of Balance. And hello to everyone watching on YouTube. So thank you so much. I'm going to get ready to pull a card for our theme. Before I do, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. If you have enjoyed this connection, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And if you would love to connect more privately, then please send us a message through our website. I have my next online art class coming up this Saturday. It may be Friday for you if you're not in Australian time zone, but it's on this Saturday, and we're going to be creating an artwork called Emotional Healing. So I'm feeling it's going to be quite intuitive, this one, and I'm going to talk us through tapping into how we feel and expressing that onto paper. So you don't have to have any art experience. So if you feel drawn to doing that with me, please check it out on my website. And if you would love to learn more about my work and my things that I've created over the years, then please visit templeofbalance.com.au. Thank you so much, everybody. Let's see what our theme card for this week ahead is. So like I say, this card to me I'm paying most attention to. For as the week progresses too, I'll be really keeping in mind this theme card because probably it's the most important card of the whole week. It will help us see the bigger picture of everything and help bring these days this week together. Happy birthday, happy anniversary if you're celebrating this week as well. So the best card for the majority of us for the theme for this week, the 5th of April through till the 11th of April is, what is it? Okay, the best card for the theme for this week is, okay, so it's very particular. So I feel like I had to shuffle a bit extra so I could get to this card, whatever this card is. It's another Speed of Light, so these are very strong for this week. And we have, yay, the Temple of Maya, card 51. Okay, this is extremely powerful. It talks about manifestation, revelation, and purpose. First of all, this card can talk about a building or a structure of some kind, and it's not just our usual setting of our home or our workplace. It's not the everyday structures or buildings that we see. This is something different. It's either a move of home or a change in our home space, the structure of our home or our workplace. There might be a significant institution or building or place that some of us visit this week, but this also brings with it structure into our life. So whatever is happening, whatever unfolds this week, whatever we're committing to, walking through, making changes with, it feels to be part of the structural plan, if you like, that is leading us to where we need to be. This card is also about manifestation. So this is about bringing things into form, which is what I have been talking about. So I've been talking about these things, these plans, perhaps these ideas, these goals that some of us have had for a long time that are going to start seeing some stuff happen on this week. There's going to be some changes, some really serious progress or action that we take around these things. So they're going to start going from our head and what we've been talking about and dreaming about and start taking form. For some of us, that might be quite literal, where we actually start to taste, or not necessarily taste, I was going to say touch. Why did taste come out of my mouth? Maybe taste, but touch and see and really experience the things that we've been wanting to bring about. So things are going to happen this week. Also, this card is about purpose, and this is probably the most important element or aspect of this card, is that it brings with it purpose, meaning, a reason for us being here, a reason for us living. So this sense of purpose is coming through this week, and I feel especially from around the 8th of April. It almost feels like, so that's Thursday, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are probably preparing us for what's potentially going to happen Thursday, around that Thursday time period, where it feels like there's a really, what's the word I'm looking for, because I can feel it and I can see the visual of it. It just feels like a big leap or a big step forward that we make, a lot of progress that's been made with whatever it is that we need to bring into our life. So what do you need to do this week to create a deeper, more stable and structured sense of purpose? Not something that you just talk about or think about, and that would be nice, but then you go back to your everyday life. What can you really do this week to apply changes, to apply improvements? And sometimes if that word change is a bit scary, then sometimes I like to think of it as improvements. What can you do to improve your life this week? What changes can you apply also this week? What action steps can you take? What risks can you take and to follow your heart? So that you start getting some things happening in your life, so that you start creating some purpose and meaning. So it could be something simple like you've maybe always wanting to, maybe you loved art at school and you've wanted to get back into it for a while and you've just talked about it, but you've been too busy with life. Maybe this week, if that's something that is part of your dream, maybe this week you'll get yourself a few art supplies, maybe go onto YouTube and look up a few how to draw horses or whatever you love to do, and start getting that happening in your life so you have more purpose and you're fulfilling that desire that you've been feeling inside for a while. Maybe for you it's something more serious. It might be a change of residence, a change of workplace, maybe a shift in your relationship, maybe something that you've been saving for or working towards for a long time. So, you know, this energy is nice, but it feels like, from what I can feel from this theme card, is that it's also going to be up to us. What lights a fire under our backside that connects with the fire dragon? What can we do to now start putting into place what we want to create for our life? So, very powerful week potentially this week. So that's our theme, the Temple of Maya: structure, purpose, manifestation, building perhaps as well, but a very strong card. So thank you so much. Fantastic. Look forward to seeing how this week unfolds, and we'll see how this fits in and how this makes sense. So thanks so much for watching. Have a great week. I will see you throughout the week for, what have we got? We've got a healing event for Pillar of Light. Actually, I think that's on the 8th. Now I think about it. Or the 9th. No, it might be the 8th. So that's probably part of this too. So Pillar of Light, we're up for a healing event, I'm pretty sure, on the 8th. So I look forward to connecting with you guys. That's a private healing event that happens each month. And Then I've got the art class on Saturday, so I might see you in between for some support videos too. Thank you. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.